Hello, it's George again. If you fancy reading something absolutely childish that quite possibly may well be the most offensive thing you've ever read, then buy my best-selling book. You can also sign up for my Patreon for hundreds of hours of exclusive content and, of course, check out my own Funkyspectrum website for more videos. Links will be in the description, and like and subscribe here if you want to be kept up to date with all the nonsense on YouTube. Now, let's get to the video. Hello, it's George again, and this is Egg, also known as Mickey Mouse. I believe they both came out at the same time, but interesting one this, quite an early Game & Watch. It's okay, to be honest, it's one of those ones, it's a bit deceptive. Once you start playing it can be a bit annoying, but in retrospect I've just done the review of it, and thinking back on it, I did quite enjoy my time with it. I preferred Mickey Mouse, even though I like the Mickey Mouse character less than the wolf character, because the wolf character has the strange sort of sexual interplay between him and the chicken that's sort of hen house bound. It's maybe even stuck in the hen house with a big wad of the wolf's ejaculate up its back because it keeps begging him to ejaculate on the hen house, whereas Minnie Mouse keeps popping out of the window of the hen house. I don't know why she's in there. Maybe some strange kind of sexual perversion where she likes the smell of chicken shit while she's getting ritualistically bottomed by Mickey Mouse, because she's in that hen house demanding and screaming out of the window that Mickey better not come home until he's washed the shit off his cock. But anyway, it's Egg, it's Mickey Mouse, it's the Game & Watch, let's go. Okay, so here we are, the wolf in sheep's clothing, presumably, oh bloody hell, there is a chicken at the top window. Come on, put your ejaculate in my cap, and I may drink it, should the night become too dark. I don't know what a dark night's got to do with drinking ejaculate, but I don't know what goes through a wolf's mind. I presume when they're howling at night, they're actually wanting something, although perhaps a duck ejaculate or chicken ejaculate isn't exactly what's on their mind, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe when I'm reincarnated, if I become a wolf, I'll be able to understand what's going on in their demented canine minds. Bloody hell, it's quite difficult that. It's Game B I'm playing as well, as usual, starting out on the Game B, or trying to. Oh, Jesus Christ, I've got like just a couple of frames when they're actually just in the air. So you would think they would fall and smash, but there's actually 2 frames of them being in the air. So that gives you a little bit of extra time. Bloody hell, that's difficult. I've got to learn the timing for this one. I've not played this in bloody ages. I can't remember what this was on. I played this on something else. Maybe it was just the original Game & Watch that I played it on. I'm just remembering it funny. I think one of my mates had this one. But this was sort of before I knew much about Game & Watch. I think this is one of the very early ones. As I've probably said in the introduction, well, I will say it in the introduction because I'll go on to make that after I've made this video. There was, of course, the Mickey Mouse version, which I think came out roughly the same sort of time when Nintendo made the deal with Disney in order to use some of their characters in their games. I mean, I suppose still very much early doors for the potential of Disney characters being used in video games. I would imagine the likes of Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that nowadays cost a bloody fortune to get those licenses. But anyway, yeah, not a bad one this, not a bad one. Interesting. I don't really, to be honest, I wish they went like one extra step down the ramp before just having the sort of the 2 phases of them being in the air, because it's just like it's really hard to notice when they're going to hit the ground. Anyway, let's have a go of Game A and see what goes on with that, and then we'll take a little quick look at Mickey Mouse. A lot simpler, this one. I think this is basically, oh, there's the bird at the top beckoning me to ejaculate again. It's like, if you spray your coom up the side of this wall, and the wolf's like, what's coom? Can you stop this childish sort of references? It's like calling it splooge or something like that. Call it ejaculate, for fuck's sake. No one's going to get confused about that. Who knows what the bloody hell coom is? Come on, mate, we're not children here, and I'm past the age when I can ejaculate. So, like, everyone knows what you're talking about. The chicken's just gone inside. It's like, well, if you want to be like that, you can drink ejaculate on your own. And the wolf's like, I wasn't planning on fucking drinking ejaculate. I don't know what the bloody hell you're talking about. You're a fucking weird henhouse bound bastard. And all these other hens are producing eggs, but what the bloody hell are you doing? The hen's not got any answer. It's gone back indoors at the moment. It's come out again. It's like, can you put your ejaculate up the side of this wall? It's like, I fucking told you about this. Be a bloody adult. I'm not having this stupid bloody childish euphemisms for it. It's like when people call vagina blood twat fat. Oh no, George, that's not actually twat fat. Vagina blood, that's menstrual blood, George. Twat fat is the stuff that comes out of ladies' vajujus when they get excited. So stop with the anti-Semitic vaginal comments. A vajuju's not anti-Semitic. Yes, it bloody is. Anyway, I'm having this bloody internal argument. It's got completely out of control. Let's have a little look at Mickey Mouse. It's the identical game, just reskinned. Okay, here we are, Mickey Mouse. You can see it's exactly the same thing, basically, but obviously with the Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney sort of theme. You can see Minnie Mouse up the end ringing a bell, obviously to signify the end of the activity, but also to signify the time when Mickey Mouse will deploy his bell end. And if, of course, you've seen my video of Mickey and Donald, you realise that Minnie wouldn't let Mickey anywhere near her if his penis was covered in shit. So he's presumably going to have to go and wash it, but when he's been back from the hen house, because I don't know why this is, because I said I thought eggs used to come out of chickens' bums, but apparently they don't. But I don't know if you know anything about eggs, or if you have chickens. Maybe if Ian Lightbody's watching this, he can tell us, because he knows about chickens, because I believe he has them, or chooks as he calls them. That's what they call them in New Zealand or Australia. He's in New Zealand, of course. Splitting his time between being an Amiga genius and also looking after a series of winged animals. But yeah, if you know anything about that as to why chicken eggs do come covered in shit, maybe you can answer that. Maybe it's just because they're off the floor of the cages, and the cages often tend to have shit or tears on them, because the birds get very upset in those cages. And there's Minnie Mouse at the top window again, just shouting out at Mickey. You can see Mickey looks like vaguely, especially if he's in the position over there, you can see sort of, look at him, he's looking up at her at the moment thinking, bloody hell, did I wash that shit off my cock last night? I fucking better have done, because the doctor told me if I leave it lingering there I can get some kind of a serious bloody infection. But I mean, these are the things that, you know, if you didn't actually know the history of these games and the history of these characters, it would just completely bypass you. I mean, looking at this, you think butter wouldn't melt. You wouldn't imagine for a moment that Mickey's cock is actually covered in Minnie Mouse's excreta. But you know, that's actually the situation of it. And no wonder she's looking particularly happy. She doesn't even need to wipe her bum, because every time Mickey Mouse stops her in the arse, he removes such a large quantity of shit from it on his own shaft that she doesn't actually need to go to the toilet. That's why Minnie Mouse cut those two holes in the front of Mickey Mouse's pants. She was going to put them in the bottom because he kept on shitting himself, but then he promised he wouldn't do it anymore and promised he would use the bidet after he'd been to the toilet, which in fairness he had been doing apparently anyway. According to Disney Club, if you're members of Disney Club, when I was really young I was a member of the UK Disney Club, and they always used to send me stuff in the post about Mickey Mouse wiping his arse, or using curtains in the house to wipe his dirty glands peni on, and things like that when no one was looking. But yeah, that's what's been happening in this. So, you know, as I said, you can miss the subtext in a lot of cases, but I've actually, weirdly, I don't know why, weirdly I actually prefer this one. I think this one's more playable than Wolf. Than the original Egg with the wolf in it. I think, I don't know, it just seems to be like slightly simpler. I'm getting on a bit better in the game B. I understand it's fucking identical, but at the same time it just seems to be, I don't know, maybe the timing of it's slightly different. Seems to be a little bit fairer. I don't know if that can be a thing with this, but it seems to me to be a little bit more fair. But anyway, it's exactly the same game, and as far as I know, it did come out at the same time. It's not like Ball and the Mario the Juggler, which basically Ball being the original Game & Watch, and then Mario the Juggler coming out to signify the end of the Game & Watch titles, more as a sort of celebratory title, looking back over the history as much as anything else, rather than a sort of a new kind of a game. It was just basically a reiteration of Ball, basically, but with a much nicer background and stuff like that. I suppose the more in-depth machining and stuff could be done. But anyway, that's Egg and Mickey Mouse, essentially two peas in the same pod. I prefer the Mickey Mouse version. Let me know in the comments, if you can be fucking bothered to watch this, which one you prefer. Okay, bye.